Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to colour. It is the 1st of April. It is supposed to be autumn. It is not feeling very autumny here in Queensland. It is absolutely stifling hot, so humid, and then it rains and then it gets more humid and then all the bugs try to come inside because the ground is so wet, and then the sun comes out and makes it even more humid. It's so hot and sweaty. I can't wait for autumn to actually hit. But we don't actually usually get autumn here in Queensland. We usually only get a little bit of winter and then warming up to summer again. Anyway, I thought I would go over what I got done in March, January, February, March, yes. Now I did actually get 6 coloured in March, which I was quite happy about because I do try to colour most of the day, but you know, life and things like that do get in the way. But I did get 6 done and I'm quite happy with that. So I got Joanna Basford's Rooms of Wonder done. Now this one, I wanted to focus on the background. I actually did enjoy doing the fruits. I enjoyed doing the lemons. I'm happy with the lemon and the watermelon and the orange and the apple and the little cow jug and the bananas. I'm happy with most of it actually. The sugar, yeah, the sugar's hard to do. But anyway, I wanted to focus on the background. And at first I was going to do a wallpaper background. And I just couldn't find a pattern that I thought would work with this page. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do a wood background. And then, yeah, I didn't like that one either. So I decided on brick, obviously. And yeah, I'm actually happy. It took me quite a while. It took me a while, but I'm happy with the extra effort that I put in to get the background done. And I know the background kind of is, you know, it's busy, so you don't focus so much on the fruits. But I gotta say, I don't know why somebody has all these cut fruits just sitting on a shelf. I'm not quite sure why that's going on, but you know, to each their own. And open sugar. If you have an open sugar here in Queensland, it's going to turn into one big solid mass and be filled with ants. So you can't do that here. But yeah, logistics aside, and that apple will be black within a matter of minutes here in Queensland. And the orange, yeah, you can't leave fruit like that here in Queensland. Anyway, I used Prismacolor. I digress. I used Prismacolor, which is my go-to. I know I've said it before, I should go and try polychromos. And I will, and I'm getting there. So yeah, this one was done all in Prismacolor and a little gel pen. I'm hoping to find a better one because I'm not too, I don't like the, I think it's Jelly Roll, is it? Jelly Roll pen. And the Liquitex paint ones, you know, the ones you've got to push down to get to work. They're very transparent, so I'm not a fan of them either. And yeah, so this one was all done with Prismacolors. And I think it took me about 12 hours, but that was mainly because of the background, which, like I said before, I am actually happy with. So yeah. The next one is Maria Trolle's Luna. Now this one has a lot of cute little pictures in it that are in general quite quick to do, which is handy when you want to just do a quick one. So I did this one. And I did this one after doing the Joanna Basford one because it has no background. I didn't have to do a background, and after focusing on that background, I didn't want to have to focus on a background again just for the next one. So this one I did enjoy doing actually, even though it's mainly all leaves. The leaves were fun to do. I like adding the shade and the texture and a little bit of smoke up there. And the wood texture on the house. This paper, you can't get as many layers on this paper as you can with Rooms of Wonder easily. So after a few, it starts to get really hard to get the next layer on. But that's fine. You just got to take that into account when you're colouring. The background is just a lot of white jelly roll pen dots, which, you know, was good after doing the brick background. She's got jelly roll, the glittery one on her. And I like doing the little fairy lights, you know, the little lights inside the rooms. So yeah, this one is all Prismacolor, no background, and it didn't take very long. I think it only took 5 hours, which I know most other people probably take them 2 hours, but I'm slow. I don't know why I'm slow, but I'm slow. The next one is my favorite author, Kerby, however, Kerby. This is Mythomorphia, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I'm not saying these in order in the way that I did them either, I don't think. I think I did do Rooms of Wonder and then the Lunar one, but I don't think I did Mythomorphia next. I think I did the Summer Nights next. So they're not in order of the way that I did them. Not that that matters. It's just, you know. I actually thoroughly enjoyed doing this one. I call it Medusa, but in the back it's called a Gorgon, but I think it's the same thing. I'm not up on my myth thingies. I wanted to do her green because Medusa is generally depicted with a green smoky tinge, and I wanted to do the snakes. I wanted to go over all their scales. It did take me quite a while. This one has taken me the longest, I think. This one was, I can't remember whether it was 12 or 14. Rooms of Wonder was shorter than this one. That's why I had to split it up into 2 videos for the colour along with me. And this one is Prismacolor, you know, surprise. I wanted to mainly focus on the snakes and have them try and look a little bit realistic. And I'm happy with the way they turned out. I like her eyes. But the good news is when I had my camera on it, my camera actually puts a square around a face. And as soon as I coloured in the face, it actually put a square around the face to say that it looked like a face. So that's how I judge whether my faces look like a face. With my camera, it says, oh, that's a face. So yeah, according to my camera, it looks like a face. Though I don't know what kind of face thinks has eyes like that, but whatever, so be it. I wanted to add the toga just to try and get started with practicing clothes. My brain got a little bit. There are some days where I wake up and I can see something and I go, yep, that's it, and colour it in. And then the next day I wake up and my brain just goes, no, what, huh? I don't understand. And so when I first started this, that was what my brain was doing. It was going, I don't know what to do. Even though I've done clothes before, but I've done clothes with paint, and paint is very forgiving. You can go over paint many times. But pencils, if you mess up, you're kind of limited with what you can do. So it took me a while. It took my brain a while. I had to walk away. I had to get angry. I had to put the book up away from me, lay down and look at it, and all those sorts of things that I do. It sounds silly, but I stare at them and from a distance, or I take a picture of them on my phone and then look at it, and then it's just weird. The problem comes to you, like your brain goes, oh, you didn't do that, oh, you need to add that up. And so that is kind of what happened with this. So I'm not 100% happy with that, but I'm never 100% happy with anything I do. I gotta be honest, but I did enjoy doing this one, and it is one of my favorites, actually. I will say I like that one. So next I'll go on to Summer Nights by Hannah Calzon. This was the Brute Fooners. This was the Brute Fooners and the Distress Ink background. So I wanted to do mainly analogous, just similar colours to try and get that kind of moody feel, and I like purple. So yeah, and all I have at the moment is purple Distress Ink, so purple it was. So I did the purple Distress Ink background, and then I did the Brute Fooners. Now I've done a video on Brute Fooners. They do good colour. they are pretty good. I'm actually happy with this page. Look, I don't like the butterflies. I don't think they should be there, but it's, yeah, that's my opinion. I don't like the butterflies. Caterpillar's cool, but not the butterflies. The root fern has worked well. It's just, yeah, I had a couple of issues, but that's me. That could be the way I colour. I don't know. But I am quite happy with this one. I like the moody feel, and I will probably do another moody one like this. Try a different colour, maybe yellow or something. Need to get more distress ink though. Oops, gotta go shopping. So this one didn't take, oh no, it did take a while. It didn't take as long as Medusa, and it didn't take as long as Joanna Basford. I think it took about 8 hours, this one. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed the end product of the background, and yeah, I'm happy with this one. So that was Summer Nights. Now, my first Clara Markova, I was very hesitant to draw into colour in any of Clara Markova's books because, well, they're very hard to get and they're not cheap, and I didn't want to mess it up. But I think I did all right. They're very busy. They are very busy, and that's can be distracting sometimes. But yeah, this is Prismacolor. It's all Prismacolor, and the white Jelly Roll pen. I like the mushrooms. I like the way they turned out. And this butterfly's all right because I focused more on it. I didn't like the other butterflies in Summer Nights, so I just didn't focus on them. But this one I focused on. It's very hard to get colours. Like, usually I'll sit down but sometimes it'll take me a couple of hours to figure out what colours I'm going to do on the page. So this one was hard because I couldn't do, like, you know, complementary colours or analogous or all the other ones that they have. I just had to do what they were going to be, like, you know, an apple is going to be red or green usually, or yellow, and grass green, sky blue. So it was hard to get a colour scheme, so I just did the best I could. I'm happy with the blueberries. I actually had to go and ask my husband what they were. I don't even know if they are blueberries. I think he said to me they might be quinces, and I googled quince. I thought, no, they're not quinces. And then I thought maybe they're olives, and they're not olives. And then I found a picture somebody else did of a different Clara Markova, and they had very similar little things, and they were blue. And I thought, oh, they're blueberries. I didn't even think of blueberries, and I had no idea what they were, so I thought, oh, well, I'll make them lollies because I like lollies. I'm not a fan of eating big, round, hard lollies. I suppose they could be gumballs, couldn't they? I do eat gumballs. But yeah, I've got the reflection down the side of the glass, even though technically it wouldn't. No, it might. The sun's coming that way. It doesn't matter. This is a fantasy world. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, my camera also recognised her face as a face once I coloured it in, so that was good. The mouse and the macaron and the rocks. These are all things that I haven't actually done before. I've never done a big apple. I've never done a biscuit. I've never done fur before, so that took me a little bit of practice. Never done rocks before. Yeah, I've only done little teeny tiny candles and Joanna Basford. So, cherry. So all of this was new, and this one took me about 10 hours, I think, but I didn't mind it. It was enjoyable. It's just sometimes I just don't want to do the background, and I didn't want to do the background. But if you just leave it white, it doesn't look as good as if you get the background right. So I am trying to do backgrounds and to focus on backgrounds, and I think I am slowly getting there. Yeah. So that is Clara Markova, Orchid Full of Fairies. And I just did one yesterday, which I don't know if I want. I've got a colour along with me, but I haven't put it up yet because Well, as I said, I'm not 100% happy with any of these, and so I'm probably 60% happy with this one. It's not my favorite. Very first time I have ever done underwater, and yeah, oh, that's not it. Is it even this book? It should be this book. I'm sure it's this book. Maybe not. Sure, there it is. I'm sure it was that book. Yeah, I'm not I'm not happy, but I did it. Prismacolors, doing the white up the top to try and make it seem like you're underwater. I think this needs to be darker. I did the red fish because I just wanted to be different, because, well, you don't usually see red fish, but looking at it I can see why you don't usually see red fish, because it does look a little weird, and it would stand out to all the other fish and probably be beaten up and eaten. The coral and that I'm okay with, but it's just the background. Like I said, I wanted it to look kind of like, you know, there's the top of the ocean there and the light rays are coming down. So I do have a colour along with me. I just don't know if I'm going to put it up yet, because I have very little confidence in this one. It was all Prismacolor. It only took me a day. Not like a full day, not like 24 hours, but I did it yesterday, so it was done in March. So I got my 6 pages done. I'll shut that. Leave it open on one that you actually like at the end when you're finishing up, Christina. So yeah, I got the 6 done. I'm happy that I got the 6 done. I don't know if I'll get 6 done in April, because I'm going away for a week because it's school holidays, and my daughter has got her university graduation and we're going to that. So I hope to have Dark Fairy Tales. It got sent yesterday, like 2 weeks after everybody else has got theirs. Mine finally got sent. You have no idea how frustrating it is to see all these people colouring in all these pages of Dark Fairy Tales, and I'm just sitting there going, yeah, I ordered from the wrong spot. Don't order from Amazon. Anyway, it's been sent, so they say. Hopefully it's not like the last one and gets lost and goes back to the people. So I intend to do a couple of Dark Fairy Tales in April when I get back. Hopefully I get it before I go away. I really do hope that I get it before I go away. So yeah, that's the 6 that I got done. If I had to rate them, now we're rating. This is exciting. I would rate this one first. I'm going with enjoyment, rating for enjoyment. So I thoroughly enjoyed doing Medusa. And then I would say it would be the Joanna Basford one, the bricks and the fruits. So I did enjoy doing that one. Took a while, but I did enjoy doing that one. And then I would go probably Summer Nights, the Brute Furnace. I enjoyed the end product of the purple, so I did enjoy doing it. So yeah, I enjoyed doing it more so than I enjoyed doing the Maria Trolle one, but that was on me because I haven't done an ocean before. And then next would be the Orchid Full of Fairies. Enjoyed it and happy with how it turned out. And then I've got to show it again and end on it. I'm ending on the one that I don't like again. I can't find it. I didn't enjoy doing this one. I rushed it. No, I didn't rush it. I just didn't plan it as well as what I should have. And I've never done an ocean before. So, yeah, it wasn't my favourite to do. So that was March. So I think that was quite productive. I did get some other things done. but these are the colouring books that I did in March. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time.